Okay, we are recording.
All right.
Yay.
Hello, everyone watching online or being a recording. Hi, guys. Thank you guys for coming tonight. We are going to talk about keys to a thriving thyroid. I have to tell you, it was 2 or 3 months ago that I saw a post. I need to back up. Oh.
Yeah, thank you. You can't be at the table. You guys sit back.
Okay. I'm a mover and a shaker when I teach. So it was a couple months ago, and I saw a post. I don't know if you guys saw it, and somebody had posted it, and it was dry, cracked feet. And they said, I used to have dry, cracked feet, and now when I walk around and I see people wearing sandals with dry, cracked feet, I just want to stop them and ask them if they've had their thyroid checked. And I was like, I'd never heard that before. That's interesting. And so then I went into some medical journals, Google Scholar, PubMed, some of the places I like to research. And sure enough, there is a link. You have dry, cracked heels. Often it's rooted from the thyroid. So I ended up posting it on Facebook. And my wonderful friends, Skyla and Britta, said, will you take off of it? I'm going to be totally transparent with you guys. I was like, ugh. It's not my expertise by any means. I'm passionate about health overall. I know what I learned from anatomy class and what I've learned from my research from the last few months. And so that's kind of how I got right here. I'll tell you a little bit about my story. I know a lot of you guys already know my story. Some do, some don't. Let's see, there's a seat right here, a couple right back here. You're just gonna stand? Okay. So one of the things that I discovered on a health journey that I went on many, many years ago, I had a whole host of health issues. And it was this 11-year downward spiral where I just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and I hit rock bottom. And doctors at both Mayo Clinic and Des Moines said what you have may or may not get worse, but it won't get better. And so it led me on this journey to find out how to get healthy. For me, I went to the Bible because, you know, there's a lot of fad diets out there, and there's a lot of things that change, and there's one thing that will never change. And so for me, we went there, and I got results right away. And so a lot of those principles, I mean, it doesn't matter which organ you're addressing, which system you're addressing, your body was created to heal itself. And so we're going to talk about a lot of those things tonight, kind of what you guys can expect. I'm going to talk about what is a thyroid, some of the signs and symptoms of a struggling thyroid, some of the things that zap your thyroid, that might suck it out, and some ways that we can build up your thyroid and build up your whole body. So those are kind of, and at the end, I'm going to summarize principles for health, what I discovered on my journey. So I'm asking you guys, if you would, I'm teaching this totally different than I've ever taught. And I'm looking for a lot more discussion. Can you guys help me with discussion today?
You don't ever have time.
Stupid if there's no discussion. But my goal in that, when I was writing this, I was just thinking, you know, what I had to do in the process of learning about the thyroid. And you have to learn, like, to dig a little deeper and dig a little deeper and dig a little deeper. And I want to get you guys thinking about, okay, if this is happening, then what system would it be? Which system do I need to address? And so we're going to do this together. So what is the thyroid and what does it do?
Dave, I hope we're muted.
So it's a little butterfly-shaped organ right here. And it's separated, the little thing in the middle is called the isthmus. Some people have it, some people don't. Believe it or not, not everybody has a thyroid. Not everyone was born with a thyroid. That was something new that I learned. So it consists of 2 lobes. It converts iodine to thyroid hormone, and it gets that iodine from the foods we eat. So one of the key things I want you to remember, and we'll talk about this more later, is if it needs iodine, to work, we need to look at what foods are rich in iodine. You guys have any idea what those foods would be? Salt, yeah. Believe it or not, there's a lot of salts on the market that don't have iodine in them anymore. So we want to have iodine. Too much iodine can actually mess up your thyroid too. So they say about a half a teaspoon of iodized salt per day will keep your thyroid functioning at its optimal level. Kelp, I think I heard somebody, did I hear somebody say kelp? Kelp is a really great source, and it's one of the reasons why multigreens, are you guys familiar with multigreens? It's a Young Living supplement. It has a chlorophyll formula, and it's really helpful for keeping your body alkaline, which we know supports our body systems, and it helps to provide the iodine that the thyroid needs. So what the thyroid does is the thyroid releases a hormone that tells all your other organs, not all your other organs, but tells the majority of your body what it needs to do. So these are the primary symptoms, or primary systems impacted by the thyroid. So this is where the discussion comes in. Can you read by my picture?
Heart. Brain.
Tells the heart.
Stomach. Brain.
The brain, yep.
Stomach.
The digestive system.
Sex organs.
Yeah, the reproductive system, and the adrenals, yeah, the adrenal glands. So when we think about those systems, and if they're not being told what to do, what are some symptoms that we might have? High blood pressure, or the opposite, low blood pressure. So one of the things is how often does high blood pressure or low blood pressure get treated without ever looking at the thyroid? So one of the things we're going to hear me talk about is over and over tonight is always look back at what organ controls whatever issue you're dealing with. So we have high blood, low blood pressure. What else would be with the heart? Palpitations. It could be heart rate, type heart rate. Thank you. How about exercise? Suddenly you can't exercise the way you once did. And you're wondering why. Maybe you don't really know why. Or maybe you can't sleep. All of a sudden you have insomnia. It could be linked back to your thyroid. Fatigue. Yes, fatigue. All right. So how about these pictures here? That's the nervous system. That's the brain. Brain fog. Yeah. Headaches. I'm getting them. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
So we can see this.
Okay. On this side?
Yeah.
All right. I'll just have to watch that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have brain fog, headaches. What else? Somebody said heart palpitations earlier. Nervousness, anxiety. That can all be rooted back in thyroid issues. All right. Weight gain, weight loss. Yep. Along with that, what else with the digestive system? Yep.
Saw that.
Or diarrhea. So you can see both. You can see the
It's all right. I'm good right now.
It can affect.
Just go on.
I know, but you have to do the things that are really.
That's the quote. No. Sorry.
Jennifer, I don't have time for this today.
I don't know. Never mind, already.
It isn't a discussion.
It is
Is another one?
down discussion.
No, it isn't.
Food allergy.
No, it isn't. Just stop. Go on. Go on.
One of the signs of food allergies. Do you guys know any signs of food allergies?
Now somebody watching
That's a big one, a black under the eyes. A lot of times people think they're just tired. They're black, and other people think, oh, I just always have black circles under my eyes. In the medical world, that's they call them allergy shiners, and it's a telltale sign that you're having sensitivities to foods or your liver is taxed. So we kind of want to look at that. in the adrenal glands, I guess I'm skipping ahead here. How about the cycle? Irregular cycles, yeah. Hair loss, yeah. My mom was actually told, so she had some thyroid issues, and one of the things that keyed the doctor was a lot of times their eyebrows like stop growing about halfway out, and so you'll see like a very thin eyebrows out here. You have that?
Yeah. The doctors don't, the tests that the doctors run are incomplete. I mean, they're not good. Yeah. So I had to tell my doctor I had a thyroid problem, so.
You know, and that's really my goal tonight is like, so we're staying above the wellness line. If you guys ask me any questions about specific diagnostic terms, I'm not going there. We're going to stay above the wellness line, but my goal is to equip you that if you're like, oh my gosh, like I have a lot of these things and my doctor's been working with me for something totally different, or maybe it's the thyroid. I want to equip you to go into your doctor and say, hey, have you tested me for this? Have you tested me for this? Have you looked at this? Just so to empower you to be good partners with your doctor. All right, so let's see, adrenal glands. We kind of already talked about this one, but the dry, cracked feet are a sign that the adrenal glands are taxed. Low energy levels, frequent urination, and depression. Some other other symptoms overall: hoarse voice, enlarged neck. Some people get goiters. Sometimes stiff joints, stiff muscles. Jagged or rough edges on your cuticle are a sign, or white vertical lines in your nails can be a sign that your thyroid is maybe not where you want it to be. Fingernails cracking is another one. So we talked about before, we want to start at the root. So if they're addressing your blood pressure, but it might be really the thyroid or could be an organ system. We also want to look at the whole body when we're looking at the thyroid, because how often do doctors, you know, doing their job, go in and they treat it with medicine or they cut it out? How many times do they actually look at your hypothalamus and your pituitary glands? You guys familiar with what those do? Can anyone tell me what those do? So your what?
I was going to say pituitary is your growth gland.
Yeah, so when it comes to the thyroid, your hypothalamus is going to tell your pituitary, okay, it's time to tell the thyroid to release the thyroid hormone so that your organs know what to do. So if something is wrong with your hypothalamus, it won't tell your pituitary to tell your thyroid to release it. Sometimes the hypothalamus is okay, but the pituitary might not be. And the hypothalamus will tell the pituitary, hey, we need to tell the thyroid to release hormones to tell the organs what to do, but the pituitary is not working right, and the pituitary doesn't release it. Does that make sense? So when you're addressing the thyroid, we always want to look above that and look at the pituitary and the hypothalamus. So one of the things we're going to do, I have a few here. I was having trouble printing them. They kept printing in color, and it was really slow. So I decided I'm just going to upload it to the event. Are you guys all in the event?
I posted them.
You posted on the event. So I got these from Sonia, actually, who got them from Dr. Purser. And he has something that you may want to take into your doctor if you are being treated for thyroid issues, or maybe one of those other issues that could be controlled by the thyroid. Asking them to take these tests. Test your cortisol, test your estradiol. And so this sheet tells you which things to be tested and what the ranges they should be at. Because these are not always standard of care. but you can request them. So, so I do have about 10 of them up here if people want them. Otherwise, you can go into the event page and you can print it yourself. So, another thing is anemia. I forgot to mention anemia. Anemia is common rooted in thyroid issues. The thyroid zappers. You see, when I was sick, I was living a lifestyle that my body didn't like. I didn't know it. Everybody else was living that lifestyle too. I didn't realize it was anything that was hurting me. I, ate a pound of M&Ms a day. Is that all? I had an addiction to M&Ms. I used personal care products that had chemicals in them. My shampoo, my conditioner, my makeup, my lotions, they had chemicals in it. I didn't know. It's just what I had used my whole life. I was eating food that had chemicals in them, that had poisons. And what I didn't realize is, so the doctors were working with me to get me better. Nobody told me to take my hand off the stove. And what that stove is those toxins, or it could be a nutrient deficiency, either one. But let's just say you had a burn. You can treat that burn with whatever the doctor gives you. You could treat it with aloe, but if you don't take your hand off the stove, will you ever get well? And so that's kind of what I learned, is I needed to change my lifestyle. And so a lot of these things are things that might be in your lifestyle, may or may not be in your lifestyle, that might be zapping your thyroid. Can you read that? You know what that says.
Stop.
Stop dehydration. So dehydration can be hard on the thyroid. How much water should we drink a day? Half your body weight in ounces. So if you weighed 140 pounds, 70 ounces generally of water. The other thing about water is when we get in the shower, we take in more of the toxins than we would if we drank it. I remember when I was first on my journey, and that was one of the first things that we discovered, that showering for 15 minutes in a hot shower is worse than drinking 8 8-ounce glasses of contaminated water. Because when it's hot, your pores open up, your skin is like a giant sponge and it soaks it all in, right? Not only that, but the steam is all around you and you're breathing it in. You could be breathing in chlorine, fluoride, all kinds of stuff. A lot of stuff in the water supply. So one of the things that we did on our journey was getting a water filter. We now, at the time, we just had one in our shower, but now we have one in our whole house. Just to know that what we were showering in was healthy. The next one, any idea what that is? Stress. I have to laugh at that one today because this is I'm going off on a tangent here, but I was getting ready for this morning and I was going to do my hair. I blew my hair dry. And then I went to plug in my straightening iron. And all of a sudden I heard this big pop and sparks flew across the room. And the cord, there's the box that you plug into the wall, and then there's the cord that hooks to the curling iron. The cord flew off the box. And I dropped it. Thank God I didn't get electrocuted, but I think I maybe kind of look like that. I don't know. But yeah, so then I went and got a curling iron. I was like, well, I guess I won't straighten my hair. I'll curl my hair. And then my curling iron broke also. So my hair's in a ponytail tonight. So in those times when you have a little bit of stress, what are some good things that you guys like to do to relieve stress? And you guys on Zoom, we'd love to hear your ideas too. So I don't know if they're sharing or not, but what are some of you guys' favorite things? This could be oils. It could be totally separate from oils, but what do you like to do to relieve stress?
Take a walk.
Take a walk. 30-minute walk a day is phenomenal. Yeah.
Darn.
Eat? She loves to eat carrots. What else? Think of any other things that are calming?
Just deep breathing too will calm you down.
Deep breathing, absolutely.
Yeah.
What oils do you like for stress?
Stress away. You can calm.
Wait, slow down. We got stress away here. Stress away, for those of you that are new, is one of the oils that is in the starter kit. Pass that. I'll leave a little up here. Stress away is a blend of oils. What that means is, like lavender would be just lavender. A blend is when you take a bunch of different single oils and you put them together in one blend. So stress away is a blend that's really great.
And it works fast too.
It does. So I have a question, and don't be ashamed to raise your hand because I would have raised my hand a long time ago. Is there anyone here that thinks oils affecting emotion, that's the craziest thing ever? Used to? Nobody thinks it's crazy? All right, well, I thought it was crazy. I understood from a physical standpoint how oils help me, but when they started talking about how they help you emotionally, I don't know, I couldn't wrap my head around it. And then I learned that if you hear something, if you see something, all the other senses, it will go to the front part of your brain first. You have a thought, and then it goes to the middle part of your brain and you have an emotion. But with the sense of smell, it's the only sense that when you smell something, it goes to your emotional center first. And you literally have an emotion before you ever have a thought. So, so the oils are powerful. So stress away. Anyone like this one? Valor. This is a favorite one of mine. One of the big heavy hitter oils in Valor is black spruce, right? Black spruce. The spruce oils. And it is said that back in biblical times, before the soldiers went into war, they would rub spruce on their shoulders to give them courage. And so Valor, as the name implies, is great for courage. And is very, like for me, that's one of my most calming oils. I also like to put Valor on my skin. I put it in my lotion, like in the morning, and I put it all over my face. It's amazing what it does for your skin. But also then you're breathing it all day. So let's see what else. I get another. Frankincense is another great oil for like everything. But this is another great one for calming. This is one of those Swiss Army knife oils that's got so many purposes. When in doubt, either use lavender or frankincense. I love frankincense for stress relieving, but one of the things that I really love frankincense for is supporting the brain. So we talked about the hypothalamus, the pituitary. There's a component called sesquiterpenes that cross the blood-brain barrier and support the brain, and frankincense is really high in that. So when you're looking for an oil that's great for the brain, it's frankincense. So if you want to support the brain, you'll put it on your fingertips. Yep. Especially the big finger, big toe, back of your neck. You probably saw me do that before the class. Breathing it in is really great for your emotional state. And if you want it just directly for your thyroid, you can rub it directly on your thyroid area also.
You need to move.
No. I mean, if you had a baby, you may want to, but it's a very gentle oil, so you wouldn't need to. So we put it undiluted on our baby's feet, like right when they were born. But yeah, you definitely can dilute it if you want it to last longer, or if you wanted to put it on a big area. Then. All right, other things would be, we talked about breathing. I think it was you that brought up breathing. There is something called the Aroma Freedom Technique. by Dr. Benjamin Perkis. Are any of you guys familiar with that? There's an emotional freedom technique, and it's basically a combination of breathing and releasing some varied emotion. And what Dr. Benjamin Perkis does is he combines that with the oils to get the best benefit. So that is a book that you can look for if that interests you. Get enough sleep, find a hobby you love, and make time for it. And for those of you that are people of faith, cast your cares upon him, for he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. All right. And even if you're not a person of faith, he cares for you. He loves you. So. How about the guy with the red thing on his back? Pain. Any ideas for what to do for pain? Because these are all things that will zap that thyroid, so we want to keep the thyroid boosted. Pan away. There's a, I just realized we're being recorded, so I'm like trying to keep it compliant. Pan away is great to rub on your muscles. For pain itself, Coolazole Pain Relief Cream. I got to stay above the wall sign. With this product, we can talk about it supporting pain because it's considered an over-the-counter. It uses wintergreen, the big pain-killing. The cool thing about this is it supports your body, it supports your muscles, it smells great, and you don't have all those toxins because remember, the toxins, oh, we're not there yet, but the toxins are going to be thyroid zappers as well. So we can get rid of the pain with also having the benefits of the oils and no toxins. This stuff is pretty awesome. Anybody here use this? Any stories that you want to share?
Sure. It's been about 2 years ago that well, my blood pressure got low, so maybe my thyroid got mad that day, and I fainted and broke my arm.
Oh, no.
And so this took pain once in a while. And I love the smell, so it's a good spot right in my nose. So I would put Coolazole on it, and it works. It's great.
Awesome. Love it. That's great, yeah. So that's a really good product for your pain. Another one, those of you who know me even like remotely well, you know that this is like my favorite product right here, sulfurzyme powder. I'm going to bring this one up like all the time tonight because it's good for like everything we're talking about. But sulfurzyme powder is phenomenal for supporting a healthy body. So joint movement, helping you to feel like you're younger. Get your body feeling like it's younger again. Get your joints moving. Help your body to feel good. Sulfurzyme is awesome for that, as well as some other things that we'll get to.
Does that come in pills as well?
It does come in pills, but I will tell you this. If you get the pills, you will love them. They will make a huge difference in your life. If you get the powder, it will blow your mind.
How does it taste?
What? It tastes good, and I'm like so excited to show you this drink that I'm gonna make in a little bit because I want to start drinking it, but not quite there yet. But it tastes good if you make it a certain way, and we'll talk about that.
Okay.
It has FOS in it. Some people are on a FOS-free diet, so they'd want to stay away from it. But fructooligosaccharides, or I don't know if somebody can. And what that is the prebiotic that's really good for your gut. We need a healthy gut for our whole rest of the body to function well. And what I found is, so this went out of stock for a few years, and we had to switch to the capsules. We were always using the powder. And it was good, but this stuff will blow your mind. The powder's phenomenal. So yeah, I love the powder. It's finally back in stock. So buy it because it was going to go out of stock forever, and we kind of freaked out about it. I about cried, and for real. And so now they're kind of doing a test period to see if people buy it. So buy it. Okay.
Smoking.
Smoking is very toxic to the body. It wreaks havoc on our thyroid. Thyroid, obviously smoking is not really all that easy to just say, oh, I'm done. But there's a few things that we can do to help you to not crave that quite as much anymore. Does anyone know what oil that is? Black pepper oil. You can inhale it, you know, like a regular black pepper, because that'll affect your emotion, you know, your emotional state, which often leads you to want that, you know. So from a compliance standpoint, we probably have to stay there, is it'll affect your emotional state, which
Yeah. You can also do dip or soak toothpicks in thieves' vitality and then suck on them, because a lot of times it's the motion of the cigarette in your mouth. And so the cigarette or the toothpick you can chew on or you can suck on like you would a cigarette.
you guys all hear that?
And the vitality dropped on the tongue too. It's the spice of the black pepper that takes away that nicotine craving. If I can say that, you know, but it's that hitting the tongue that takes that away.
And I will tell you that I was researching again on some medical sites last year, and I was reading about the benefits of black pepper taken internally. So this would be black pepper vitality, and I was blown away. And so I put it under I think I put it on my tongue. I'm like, oh, that's not so bad. I wonder if I would just put it in some hot water, what it would taste like. It is my favorite tea. It sounds disgusting. It is so good. And as soon as I drink it, I just feel like so relaxed. So if you put too much in, it's going to taste like black pepper. But if you just put a few drops in a big, huge thing of hot water, it's just going to have a really soft, yummy taste. It's just going to support your emotions. So, yeah, all right. I'm giving it away. Nutritional deficiencies. There's a number of things. This was a big one for me when I was having my issues. One of the things that I'm trying to think of it, hopefully this will be compliant. One of the things that I was dealing with at the time was high blood pressure. And they had run all kinds of tests. I'd been to Mayo 3 times. They did a procedure where they went in through my leg and they were going to blow up different things that they were going to do. And they ended up pulling out and not doing anything. But I ended up, after all these years on medicine, finding a doctor here in Des Moines. He has since retired, so he doesn't do it anymore, but he was an MD who specialized in holistic medicine. And I saw him and he talked to me about my diet. He talked to me about toxins, and he called me the next day and said, Bobbi, you're severely deficient in vitamin D. And I took vitamin D, and within 24 hours, it dropped it more than medicine ever did. So, and that's vitamin D. We don't have anything that's like really huge. We have things with vitamin D in them, not the levels that I was taking at that time. So I'm not claiming to treat that. So I just want to put that out there to keep it compliant. But the reason I bring this up is because you want to make sure that they're testing you for your vitamin and mineral levels. Because if you're low in something, your thyroid could pay for it. And if they're not looking at that, they're just like, I don't know why it's working. Let's try this. Let's try putting this medicine on. Let's try this medicine. But they're not looking at the vitamins and whether or not you're feeding it. So some of the things that you want them to look at are your vitamin D, your vitamin A. Nuts and seeds are good sources of vitamin A. Selenium. Selenium, copper, vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin B, magnesium, vitamin B, and of course iodine, which we talked about before. Iodine you want to be careful with though, because if you get too much, it'll throw your thyroid levels out of whack. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough of all these vitamins just to keep our body functioning properly. Yes? I think in general, vitamin D, yeah. I don't know for sure the correct answer to that. So, yeah. But we know, actually I do know the correct answer to that. We need all the vitamin Ds, right? And so if we're deficient in any of them, our body's gonna respond. So, yeah, so we wanna just make sure that our levels are right in those. We wanna make sure that we're feeding our bodies healthy nutrients. Now, can we just go out and buy any kind of multivitamin? Why not?
They're not made the same.
They're not made the same. A lot of them have chemicals in them. They're made with toxins, synthetic. And when it goes in, this was something that really, when I was first on my journey, that really spoke to me is, if you're taking, let's just say a synthetic vitamin, and your body has to use a lot of those the nutrients that it might take in, it has to use a lot of those to expel the toxins that are in it. So we really want vitamins that are food-based, that our body recognizes as food, digests it as food, uses it as food. And so we have a couple different supplements that I really like that have these supplements in them. Again, I'm not talking about treating any of your issues. I'm just talking about keeping your vitamin levels where they should be and having them tested if you're dealing with anything. Master Formula is our multivitamin. The whole called Master Formula. It's a whole food vitamin, and it has all of these things in it except for the iodine. The full spectrum multi-nutrient supplement providing vitamin, minerals, and food-based nutrients to support general health and well-being for men and women. Can you guys think of another supplement that would feed our entire body and help it to function? Ningxia Red.
So if you do the Ningxia Red, you want to do the vitamins.
That I like to do both, but so I'm curious, how much Ningxia Red do you guys like to take?
2 ounces.
2 ounces. 2?
Unless I'm not feeling good, and then I'll
Then you
do
have
4.
it. Then you do 4. That's the cool thing about this is, you know, there's a lot of drinks out there that are on the market, but there's a warning label that says don't drink more than, you know, 2 ounces, 4 ounces, whatever it is. This is just food and a little bit of oils. And so technically, if you wanted to, you could drink the whole bottle. You just might have a tummy ache like you would if you ate a whole couple pounds of grapes. But yeah, so, you know, if you ate a lot, like if I eat too many carrots, I'll get a little, you know. But Ningxia Red is phenomenal. We love it. I'm actually going to show you here a drink. In a minute, I'm going to talk about toxins. And we talked about sulfurzyme already. Sulfurzyme is one of the best things that we can do to help our body rid toxins. The sulfurzyme powder can help rid our body of toxins. And the Ningxia Red feeds our body healthy nutrients. I like to say 2 ounces is a good, you know, like a maintenance dose, but when I really noticed a difference is when I started taking 4 to 6. 2, I noticed a difference in my hair color many years ago. But 4 to 6 is when I felt a difference. So yeah, so this is a great drink. I don't know if you guys are you familiar with Dr. Menke Wellness? He has something called the Red Drink, and there's a video on it, all the benefits of the Red Drink. So I challenge you to go out and watch his video. It's Dr. Minke and Red Drink. It should pull up in a Google search. He puts a couple ounces of Ningxia in. I've been really excited to drink this, but I thought I wanted to make it in front of you so you remember. Then he takes sulfurzyme and puts in, you know, the dosage, which says half a teaspoon. I don't ever measure. There's actually a sign. I watched a video a while back. There were some research on this, and water hit toxic levels before sulfurzyme did. So this is a very, very safe supplement, and when it's mixed with Nature Red, it tastes really good. It's like an orangey Nature Red taste. And then I add lime, vitality. Lime in and of itself has a lot of really great benefits. No, my lime bottle appears to be empty. Anyway, in Dr. Mankey's video, he uses his old, whatever you want, 2 to 4, whatever you like. The rest of it's still with water right now. Yeah. Oh, the Nature Red?
8 grams.
You know that off the top of your head? Okay.
Yeah. 8 grams to 2 ounces.
Yeah. One thing to think about though is, you know, a lot of fruit juices spike your blood sugar. Nature Red actually helps to maintain optimal blood sugar levels.
And then there's water in there as well?
Yeah, so the rest of it's just water,
Just water.
filtered water.
How many ounces of water to that, 16?
I never measured.
Depends on how strong the nature bottle, so this would be 25 ounces.
Yeah, a lot of times I use a mason jar. Today I'm using a 40 ouncer, but my mason jar is about 24, I think. It's good. I sip on it all day. I've already had one today. I'm sipping on another one though. All right, back to it. Back to work here. How about toxins? You guys know where we get toxins?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. So when I discovered this, actually, I take the credit. My husband discovered it. And when we discovered this, it was a long journey because when we were getting well, we didn't have Young Living. It was 4 years before I ever discovered Young Living. And we purchased a whole lot of organic shampoos and a whole lot of organic lotions and food and all kinds of stuff. And we wasted a lot of time and a lot of money on things that didn't work. And some did, but some didn't. And then I found Young Living, and I am absolutely in love with almost every single product. It's been amazing. But so to get rid of toxins, we have to consider a lot of different things. We already talked about the water. We talked a little bit about the air you breathe with smoking. But again, what you put on your skin. Put things on your skin that technically are things that you could eat. Now, if you put it on your, anything that's a lotion, you can't necessarily say to eat it because of FDA guidelines. Do you guys know the difference between the vitality oils and the regular oils?
Yeah.
Okay. But we want to have healthy things. If there's chemicals in it that we wouldn't eat, why would we put it on our body? It's going to absorb it. So lotions, we have lotion. You have your baby wipes. Makeup. Anyone with me that girls like to look good? My husband, back when I was first found health, and I changed everything. We changed soaps, we changed shower, the makeup. I couldn't do it. I love my makeup. And every day, my husband would walk by the hallway where I was putting my makeup on, and he'd say, "Bobbi, you know that has talc in it. Talc causes ovarian cancer. I love you, and I don't want to see you with cancer." And then he'd go, "Just something to think about." And he'd walk by, and he'd do this day after day after day for a few years. And then we were sitting in a hotel one day, and there was a commercial on for this healthy makeup in this hotel. And my husband, who's usually pretty, I like to say, very, very responsible with money. And I'm very thankful for that, but he's very frugal. that day he said, Bobbi, I will buy you any of it. I will buy you all of it. Will you just try it? And I had struggled with my skin my whole life. So I got this makeup and it didn't cover the way I wanted it to cover, and I boxed it up 3 times to send back. And interestingly enough, I kept hearing this, not like audible voice, but I kept feeling like, get it back out, try it again. You have 30 days before you return it, get it back out, try it again. And at the end of the 30 days, my skin changed. I no longer needed that big coverage. Because my skin changed. All of a sudden, my skin was healthier, my body was healthier. And so I used that makeup for many years. Well, they got bought out by another company, and guess what? It's back in it. People still think it's natural, but talc was back in it, and some other chemicals were back in it. And so I looked for probably 4 years for a makeup that was clean and worked. And either they said it was clean and it wasn't, or it didn't work. And I finally actually did find one about a month before I found Young Living's. And that was 100% pure. I'll tell you that. It was a great makeup line. I loved it. But I was using it it was made out of aloe vera and berries and whatnot. But every time I put it on, I always wondered, how do I know those berries didn't have chemicals in it? You know, how you know? And so then a month later, Young Living came out with theirs, and this makeup, you guys, is phenomenal. It does give you the coverage that you want if you need it, and it stays on. You guys have any customers with the makeup? But taking the toxins, you guys, if I can tell you one thing, these toxins, even just walking across grass that has chemicals on it, throws your thyroid and your hormones all out of whack. And if you make that simple change to one by one, start eliminating toxins, ditching what you have, and like even if it's when you run out, you ditch that brand and switch to something more natural. You will watch your energy, your vitality, your emotions. The change was phenomenal for me. So, any other, cooking was a big one we got rid of back when I was sick. Cooking, pots and pans, aluminum, some deodorants, some pots and pans. That was a hard one to find, the Teflon, like that non-stick stuff. All those things. We knew we didn't want the Teflon, so we switched, but all the stainless steel that we could find had aluminum in it, you know. Finally found some. Young Living has pots and pans. Did you know that? Heavy, it's titanium, and it's really close to nonstick, if not nonstick. But it's healthy options. Your cleaners. When you're cleaning the bathroom, have you ever been like, you got the fan running, the windows open, you're like, you know, trying to, like, because you're breathing in
Walking down the
I don't want to say any names of chemicals, but you know what I'm talking about when there's like all these chemicals and you're trying not to breathe them in. Anything that you are breathing in, anything that you're smelling, it's directly to your brain. And if we think that's not affecting us, we'll pay for it. And so the Thieves Cleaner is a really great way not only to get rid of the toxins, but to save money, and save a lot of money. 1 capful to a big spray bottle. And I like to add a big spray bottle of water. I like to add 2 to 3 drops of lemon and 2 to 3 drops of peppermint. Because lemon is really great at getting like the sticky stuff off. And when it's diluted that much, I haven't had any like where it will eat the color off of anything. And then peppermint, I was actually at the distillery and I was interviewing a guy there, and he said everyone thinks lemon is the best cleaner, but it's not. I'm like, what is it? He said peppermint. We actually cleaned the distillery with peppermint. So I started adding that to my Thieves and Lemon blend, and it is the best cleaner ever. And you don't have to gas for air, you're actually in there going, you know. We do have cleaning ladies now, so I don't have to clean as much. But you can request, if you have cleaning ladies, a lot of them will use the deep cleaner. Ours do. I can't remember the exact numbers. Maybe somebody can help me out. But I believe a bottle of these, like when you make it, is like $1.60. Is that right?
Oh, you can get 30 bottles out of it. It's less than $1.
Less than $1? Okay. Well, by the time you order the bottle, I guess, but less than $1 for a bottle of cleaner. So sometimes we look at healthy options and we think we can't afford it, when in reality, you do it right, you're actually going to save money.
Is it meant if it thinks the bottles that you buy?
You know, technically with oils, like if you were drinking out of it, you definitely want to use glass. However, with cleaning, I have used plastic. I have a lot of glass ones that I use as well, but I do have some heavy duty garden ones that are in plastic. It hasn't eaten through it, and I'm kind of like, I'm spraying it, it's not getting on my skin, you know, so I would recommend glass if you can, but if you can't, if you have little kids and you can't, I don't think it's as bad when you're cleaning with it.
There's some sort, what's the rating on the bottom of the plastic? Because there's some that are a better rating than others, if you remember. You can look at there's like triangle with a number in it.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. This is what I'll tell you what I do. So we have a glass one and I have a couple garden ones, but what I've done like now, when you run out of a Thieves bottle, you can buy the spray bottle, the spray top. And so the Thieves, that full concentrate came in this special plastic bottle. So now I use my old ones to make my spray bottles and put them around the house.
That's a good idea.
Because a lot of us have kids, and glass is a little harder if you have kids, you know. So putting them in the Thieves is great. All right. So viruses can attack your thyroid. So you guys know we can't talk about killing viruses, killing bacteria, killing funguses, but what we can talk about is, what do we need to do? Like, what system would we need to address to keep our body strong? Our immune system. Because we know we're going to be surrounded by viruses, bacteria, and all that. And no, we're not treating the viruses, bacteria, or whatever, but we're going to boost our immune system so our immune system is strong when that happens. What would we use for that? What? Thieves? And since we're talking about boosting the immune system, I have to say internally in a capsule. The regular Thieves I like to put on my feet, I'll just say that. Especially if my kids are going to the church, you know, Sunday school, or if they're going to be playing at a place like Chuck E. Cheese's or something like that. Thieves is great. Great. What else? What other oils are great for supporting the immune system? Ding, ding, ding. Oregano's good. We also have a couple supplements. I am like way off of my notes here. Melissa oil, I didn't bring that one, but that's another good one. But yeah, Inner Defense is great. Imupro, which are tablets. Those are good. My kids take it nighter for going on an airplane. You know, it's like Imupro tablets.
Okay.
Power oil. Vitamin C, yeah. It never makes me tired, and it doesn't make my kids tired. They just have all kinds of energy. I don't know, have other people been tired? Yeah?
I take it at night.
I think it's got melatonin in it.
I feel like I don't get sleepy very often, but I actually just took some today at like 10. But yeah, so I think it probably depends on your body.
It has melatonin.
Yeah.
Right, artificial sweeteners, so that'd be your aspartame. That was a big one that we cut out, and that's a big one that's gonna zap your thyroid. So cut out the artificial sweeteners. Also sugar. You read about the processing of sugar. They use some nasty chemicals. And so what are great alternatives? Stevia, agave. My favorite are, I use bananas, I use like applesauce, I use honey, maple syrup, all those things that are like
The syrup, the yakon, I mean, I'm pronouncing it.
you know, I don't have that yet.
I haven't
The
tried that
yakon
either.
Do you have the syrup, the yakon or you?
I do. I don't use it a lot. It has definitely a very strong flavor to it.
Okay.
But yes, I have some. This monk fruit, which is about flavor. Like coconut sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cooking.
Yeah, we use coconut sugar as well. And then this one, so these are sometimes your medications can throw off your thyroid, so make sure you're looking at what the side effects of your medications are. And that is microbiome imbalance. So that would be your good and bad bacteria in your body. We want to keep all of that in good balance. And so a couple of our favorite for doing that are Life 9 probiotic. And my new favorite, I love Life 9. It's incredible. And now we have the kids one. It's a prebiotic and probiotic. And it tastes like a pixie stick. I'm not even kidding. I don't even like to compare it to a pixie stick because it tastes better than a pixie stick. And you just dump it in. So now I take the kid one just because it's so good. It's like a do you? Well, like after you taste it, it's like, how do you not take this one? It's so good. And
do you have to take more for an adult than you would for kids?
I don't know the exact number.
Two.
I get to take 2 now.
Oh my God.
Back to the Ningxia, I told Travis one time, I said, I think that we should on holidays drink a whole bottle of Ningxia, like just celebrate holidays with a whole bottle of Ningxia. And he goes, yeah, and you would make every day a holiday. We've had a whole bottle of Ningxia a couple of times, but yeah, so just a couple more things. Actually, we'll do this. Power tools for a thriving thyroid. This is good. You can take pictures of it. That original post, you can take pictures of any of this, but that original post of that lady that talked about her feet being all cracked up. This was her blend that she used. And her skin just happened to get smoother. I'm calling it the Smooth Feet and Beyond blend because it's topical and I can't talk about it. But 15 milliliter roller ball bottle, 25 drops lemongrass, 25 drops myrrh, 10 drops frankincense, 10 drops clove, 5 drops peppermint, and fill the rest with a carrier oil, a V6 Young Living Cells. So that's what I have in mind. Mine is almost gone, but there's enough in there you should be able to smell it. But you can just rub it right on your thyroid area and on your feet. Kind of up by the toes. Apply that morning and night. And then also Endoflex is great for supporting your adrenals and also your thyroid. And apply, I have here over the thyroid, but I've had a lot of people get great results, right?
Pictures posted on the event.
Endoflex. Endoflex. Yep. So on the back, and that is the Smooth Feet Blend protocol. So that smells good. I really like it. So supplements. How am I doing for time, Britta?
7:30.
7:30. Okay, we're kind of doing it here. So supplements, there's a number of supplements that Young Living has created specifically for supporting things related to the thyroid. And you may read that some of these were formulated for a specific sex. Maybe one was formulated for a man, another was formulated for a woman, but these are beneficial to both men and women, both of them. So Thyromin is great for nourishing the thyroid. Powergize is great if you need a little bit of an energy boost. It's also really great for that brain fog that we talked about earlier, for helping mental clarity, focus, and concentration. Endogize helps to support and maintain a healthy and balanced endocrine system, which is the thyroid is part of that system. And that one you would just take for 4 weeks at a time. Sulfurzyme, we've already talked about. I have to figure out how to say this. One of the things related to the thyroid is your immune system. And we want our immune system to attack the bad guys and not the good guys, right? Sulfurzyme is really great for that. Again, this is like one of my favorite products. And Cortisol is great for the stressful situations. If you're very stressed, you're just dealing with a lot of things that are making you tense, Cortisol is great for that. Some of you might be here wondering, I don't have a thyroid. What the heck do I do now? Support your body. Your body will know what to do. We don't always know what to do. The doctors don't always know what to do. I believe there's somebody bigger who does know what to do. And our body was created to work. So these are the big key things that regardless of what you're dealing with, we have to address. We have to eliminate the toxins to support our body, nourish your body, get plenty of rest, plenty of sleep, drink plenty of water, and shower in filtered water if possible. Exercise, move your body, and manage stress. I believe most of you guys are probably Young Living members, but I know we have a few on that are brand new, and that's awesome. This stuff, this lifestyle, this isn't just a product, this is a lifestyle. It will change your life. It's changed my life. I don't know if any of you guys would agree with that. Actually, I know a lot of you would. But some of you might be wondering, how do I get started? So the good way is to become a customer. There's one product where something that we talked about tonight, you're like, I think I want that. I think I need that. Becoming a customer is a good option. You pay the retail price. Your orders are shipped to your door. Order whenever you need it. There's no startup fee, and you get support for your questions. So that is a good option. There's a better option. Become a member. It's kind of like a Costco membership. You get 24%, like once you buy a starter kit. So if you buy a starter kit, you're automatically considered a member. And you'll get 24% discount on all your purchases moving forward. Your only obligation to keep that discount is to spend one order of $50 one time a year. Your orders are shipped to your door. You can order when you need it. Cost-effective starter kits, which we'll talk about in a minute. Support for your questions. This is big. When people buy these products, this is one of the things that I love about network marketing. When people buy these products, they're not just getting the product. We're building friendship. We're like a big family, really. And it blesses us to bless you. So we're here to answer questions. We're here to help you along the way. So you not only have your upline, your support network, crossline, and then Young Living's there as well to help. Business opportunity, it's totally optional, and you're eligible for essential rewards, which we will talk about here in a minute. These are the starter kits, the premium starter kits. Some people, I'm gonna start with the mixture one, the second one. Some people realize that they've been starving their body. And they've been going, and maybe some people even realize that they treat their car better than they treat their body. You wouldn't stop and fill your car up with diesel if your car wasn't created for diesel. But a lot of times we stop and we give our body foods that we were never created to run on. And so some people say, I need to start nourishing my body, I need to build up nutrition, and they start with the Nature Red kit. Some people say, oh my gosh, I have talc in my makeup, or something about I'm putting a lot of bad makeup on. Some people just want better makeup in general because it looks great. They start with the makeup kit. Some people say my hand has been on the stove. I'm poisoning my body. Every time I clean, every time I wash my hands, every time I brush my teeth. Then they start with the Thieves kit. And then the oil kit. How many people started with the oil kit? I think most people start with the oil kit. Some people start with all of them. But the oil kit is like the icing on the cake. It's support for all your body systems. It's amazing. When you find yourself ditching and switching, ditching the toxic stuff, switching to more nutritious, less toxic things, I highly recommend getting on Essential Rewards. And what that is basically when you start ditching and switching, you'll realize easily that you're spending $50. If any one of you went home and you looked at how much you spend on toothpaste and makeup and cleaning supplies and hand soaps and body soaps and facial cleaners, you'll realize that it's more than $50. And so when you start ditching and switching, you can sign up for ER. That means you have an order every single month. You can change the date every month. You can change your order every month, but you earn points back for free product. So the first 3 months, 10% of everything you order back in free product. From 3 to 24 months, it's 20%. And then after 24 months, it's 25%. So for every $100 you're spending, you're getting $25 back. So that's pretty amazing. When I thought about it, that you're getting a 24% discount plus 25% back, that's crazy. Yeah. Oh wait, so that was a good, better, best. But there's an ultimate way. And I kind of think this is the best kept secret of Young Living. Something that took me a really long time to figure out. How many people here currently use Young Living products? Raise your hand. And look around the room if you're sitting in the front of the room. Okay, put your hand up. How many people here would not go a week without your products? And look around the room. Okay, put your hand up. How many people here are currently using Young Living products because somebody cared enough to share with you? Look around the room. So if you or I wouldn't go a day or a week without using these products, and in most cases, the only way people are going to hear about it is because somebody cared enough to share it. That's what changed my mind. That's why I started sharing these products and getting the word out, because I know that when we walk out these doors tonight, there's people all around praying for answers that don't know that their hand is on the stove and don't know that their body is starving, and we can help them. So There is a business opportunity with this. It's obviously it's optional, but a lot of us I know are passionate about serving and helping people. And it can look like paying your products, getting your products paid for, or it can look like full retirement for yourself and your spouse, like it does for a couple people here. So, so talk to whoever invited you. If you don't know who that is, you can talk to Britta, talk to me. We can answer any questions you have, compliant ones, and help you get signed up if you don't have a kit yet and you want to learn more about how to do that. So thank you guys for coming. And don't forget to look on the event page tonight and print off this so that you have the numbers of where your levels should fall. So, it's called the Hormone Panel Lab, suggested by Dr. Dan Purser.
It's on there as pictures though, so just look in the discussion for the event, on the event.
Oh, so you put it on there already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have, we have people here that are currently like seeing a doctor for thyroid issues, and
Thank you.
I'll give out as many as I can here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We can upload them. You guys, we can upload them if you're members. We can upload them into our group. So let's make sure that non-members get them first. Are there any non-members that want a copy? I can take a picture. Wow, it's in the.
What's going to rip it?
Yeah, I know. So, I know.
If you want to, you can. I don't feel comfortable with that, but you can. Do you want to?
I have a question.
So Sonia and I were chatting last night about.
You want me to stop the recording?
Sure. Well, you can leave it. It's fine. Right? Yeah. Sonia and I were chatting last night about how to know how many drops to use or how much supplement to use. And Sonia has a great way that she uses to help people know how much to use. So I don't know a whole lot about this. I'm going to have her come up and share what she does. I think I might.
Could somebody need a sheet?
I need that.
You need it for the. You need it for
So I need it for that, okay. So this may seem a little bit weird to some of you, and if it does, just dismiss it, and you don't have to do this. And a lot of people that come to us for some health coaching, and they want to know, how much do I take? And that's really individual based on every person. Some people take 2 Thyromin to support their thyroid. Some people take 12 Thyromin a day to support their thyroid until they get until they get to the place that they feel comfortable. So how do you know what that is for you? So there is an easy way that your body actually knows how much it needs. It's just your conscious mind doesn't know. But your body actually knows how much it needs. So this is something that you can do at home. It's really easy. If not everybody can do it, but most people can. I would say 70 to 80% of the people can do this. So what you do is just stand with your feet, apart and straight forward. And I'll stand sideways so that you can see me. And you can ask your body questions. And first, you just ask your body to show you yes, what a yes answer is, and show you what a no answer is. So if you stand still and you just ask your body, show me yes. Generally, yes, or a positive response is going to be forward, but I always ask anyway. And then you can ask your body, show me no. And for me, I want to fall backwards. It's not a huge I'm going to fall, right? It's just a little pull. It's like a little magnetic pull one way or the other direction. You can just kind of feel your body and the universe leaning one way or the other, okay? So then you can ask, you want to verify it, is this really real, right? So I can say, my name is Sonia Swan. Okay, that's true. My name is Sonia Swan. But if I said my name is Tamara Weiss, that's not true. I'm not Tamara Weiss. I'm Sonia Swan. Okay, so
You can ask it questions like that if you want to know. So you can say something like, do I need Thyromin? And I usually do need Thyromin. And you can say, as long as you can answer yes or no, you can start with 1, 2, or however many. So you can say, do I need 2 a day? Do I need 4 a day? Do I need 10 a day? No, that's too much for me, okay? So you can do this, it's pretty fast and easy. You can do this with drops of oil. You can hold a blend in your hand or whatever, but your body picks up a frequency of every living thing has a frequency. So my body already knows what's in here because it can feel the vibrations coming off of this product. I know it sounds really freaky, but that is true, okay? So whatever it is that you want to know, a lot of people email me or they'll Facebook me and they'll go, how much of this should I take? Or should I take 2 Life 9s at night or just 1? I'm like, ask your body. I don't know. Ask your body. Okay. And there are occasions where you can actually test for somebody else if they can't do it too. So for instance, Annie, can you come here real quick? So for instance, we've been doing this with my kids because I have some kids that can do this and some kids can't. So I can actually test virtually for her if she's not able to test. So I can ask Annie, is it okay if I test for you? It would be a proxy for you. And so I can say, can I be a proxy for Annie? My body says, yes, I can. I can pick up on her vibrations. I can know what she needs, okay? So then I can ask, does Annie, so now this is interesting. I say now that I'm testing for her and not me, I can say, my name is Sonia Swan. I'm not Sonia Swan anymore. I'm not testing for me. I'm testing for her. My name is Annie Swan. Now I'm testing for her. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Pretty wild what we're doing this first, right? So now I can say, does Annie need Thyromin? Oh yeah, she definitely needs Thyromin. Real pretty strong because it's like Annie can be forward. Does Annie need 2 a day? Mm-hmm. Does Annie need 4 a day? Does Annie need 6 a day? No, that's too much for her. Okay. So so you can do, if you run across somebody that just can't do it or they can't feel the pull or they don't want to trust that pull and you can, then you can ask to be a proxy. And when I'm finished, I always say, okay, I'm done being a proxy for Annie. And just energetically, I just take my hand and do this so that we're done. Our energies aren't back and forth anymore. And I'm not a proxy for her anymore. So now if I say my name is Amy Swan, I'm back already, right? And I can say my name is Sonia Swan and now I'm testing for myself again, okay? So I know that's a little weird. I do have a video on it that we posted on one of the pages and it's on the Our House of Life YouTube channel. So if you want to see that again, I did talk about the proxy stuff because I didn't know it when I recorded that video, but we've been doing some emotional work with Susan Darrington and doing some emotion code stuff. And so we're kind of learning a little bit about that too. It's fairly, that part's fairly new for us, but it's
What's the video on?
It's on our YouTube channel, which is Our House of Life. And I think it just says the leaning with Annie did it. So
I think this is something about muscle testing.
muscle testing, the leaning method. Some people test like this and some people test people's arms. I can never do this one really well. I can't feel if it's stronger or weaker or whatever. I don't know. And my kids can't do this one at all. They're like, I don't know, Mom, I can pull like fingers apart no matter what, you know? So, but this one is very obvious. It's either yes or it's a no. It's you're leaning one way or you're leaning the other way. So it's probably the clearest and easiest of the kinesiology kind of muscle testing that you can do. So if you're curious, and you don't even have to have a bottle of Thyromin in front of you, you can ask your body if it needs Thyromin. It can pick up that frequency from somewhere on the planet. It knows what Thyromin is. And I know, it's weird, right?
And Sonia, I have a chiropractor that does the same thing. And he'll ask, and he does this and feels those vibrations.
And you can do, okay, so.
Yeah, and he does that because I asked him first. I had some circulatory problems, he said.
Okay.
I asked him, he said, lemongrass is good for that. Is that good for me? And he did, yep, lemongrass is good.
Yeah. So I think it's great to muscle test because we can be taking a lot of supplements and we can really be overloading our body with supplements and oils that it doesn't really need right now. And so it's good to know, you know, do you need master formula? Do you need Endo-Gize or Endo-Flex or Endo whatever, you know, Thyromin?
kind of question, if I'm not sure if this is correct enough, if you're under a doctor's prescription for your thyroid and you're taking thyroid,
Okay,
you would continue taking your thyroid meds and try to be, recommended together, because I'm going in about 6 weeks, have it tested again, and it's like, do I wait until I get it tested? Do I go now for 6 weeks with some of these and get it ordered?
yeah.
Recommendations, thoughts?
Well, I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you whether I can't tell you yes, take
understand.
Thyromin and take your medicine. I can tell you that Deborah Rayburn did that. She took her thyroid medicine and she took Thyromin until she got her thyroid where she was comfortable with it. And again, you can ask your body, would you like Thyromin right now? And ask it, how many would you like? And you can ask it if the medication you're taking is working and helping. And you can ask it if the medication is doing any harm. As long as you can ask it a yes or no question.
Okay.
And do you say, should I be taking Thyromin now before the doctor? You actually know so much, even sometimes outcomes. I know this is crazy, but we did it the other day, and one of my girls lost her goggles. And she can't do the testing. She lost her swim goggles. And so I'm tested for Olivia, and I'm like, can I test for you? She said yes. And I said, does Olivia know where her swim goggles are? Yes. Are they at this house or are they at that house? Because we're kind of between two houses right now. They're at the other house. Are they downstairs or are they upstairs? They're upstairs. Are they in her bedroom? Yes. Right. So we go up in her bedroom. Now I couldn't get the exact location because I'm not really good at this yet. But they were in her closet up high. Who puts your goggles, swim goggles, way up high in her closet somewhere? But we found her swim goggles fairly quickly. Now we tried it the other day, and something yelled to retainers because she also lost. And I only got the right side of the house. I got the correct side of the house, but I didn't get the right floor. So, it's kind of fun to play around with it and just see how much do we actually. Her mind remembered. Her body knew where the goggles were. She just couldn't recall it. But energetically, she knew where they were. So, yeah, so kind of cool. Yeah. Hopefully that helps somebody.
Okay, so what's next week? Next week is, okay, next week, I don't know what it is. Next Monday night, we're gonna do cooking with vitality oils. And so we have somebody actually coming in. She's making some kind of a steak and some chicken that they're grilling. And so you get to taste test everything. So we're having this steak and chicken. There's gonna be some kind of at least one, maybe two salads. A couple of desserts, a couple of drinks. She's going to talk about, how to do all this as well. So highly recommend that you come back and enjoy some great food. There is a $5 charge just to help cover her costs for this. And you guys, when you get here, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I totally get it. We should probably pay her more. So we would love for you to come back for that. That's next Monday night at 6:30. And then the following week we're off. No, we're not. The following week is the day after Labor Day, so Tuesday, and I think it's what's on my shelf. And so we're going to talk about, grab a product. Maybe it could be an oil, but it could be any product that one that you love and one that you don't know what to do with. Okay, so it could be anything, and we're just going to talk about what you can do with it and what other people's experiences are with it as well. And then I want to make sure you all are aware on September 22nd, it's a Saturday from, I should think it's 9 to 4, maybe 10 to 4, 10 to 5. I don't remember. It's called Empower, and Young Living Corporate is actually coming to Des Moines, and we're going to be downtown at the event center, I think, right? And so this is going to be like a little mini convention. If you wonder what is the big deal about Utah, why does everybody go to Utah every June, and next year it's going to be in July? Why do you make the trek? Why would you spend the money to go out there? This is your chance to experience it in a smaller dose, but you're still going to get to experience it. We're going to have actually corporate is going to be here. We're going to have product. We're going to actually have a little mini expo hall. So you get to kind of experience all the different categories of products. We have over 600 products. You know that? Think about that. And that is just such a phenomenal thing. So you're going to get to experience most of them. You're going to get to try different, some of our foods and some of our protein things and shakes. You're going to get to try the Savvy makeup, which Bobbi was talking about tonight, and lots of different things. So that's just part of it. We're also going to have some amazing classes that are going to be available. We're going to actually have 3 different tracks. So depending on where you are, if you're like, okay, I just am checking this thing out. I don't even know if I want to really be involved in this young living thing. There's a track just for you on, basics of oils, and this is what basics on maybe cleaning products or different things. And there's going to be one that's more advanced, so kind of like tonight is more of an advanced type of class, and then there's going to be a business track as well. So if no matter where you are, if you're brand new thinking, okay, I'm just checking this thing out, or you're an experienced person and going, okay, I need, like, what's the next step? What's next for me? And how do I get to the next part? There's going to be something for you at that. And then on October 6th, put down in your calendar, from 10 to 1, we're going to totally do it's a rally day. It's going to be totally different, okay? Different than anything else, because you're going to sit in a chair all day on the 22nd. So 2 weeks later, Young Living is, it's a corporate rally day. And so we decided we're going to do this as a celebration for families, okay? And we want you to bring yourselves and your families to the Adel Fairgrounds. Is where we're going to do it. We're going to have a carnival style, young living carnival style event. And we're going to have games for the kids to play, prizes that they can win. There's going to be a man cave for you guys. So that there's like a place where you can go and be the guy, do the guy thing, whatever that is. And then the women can talk in other places, because, the guys really don't want to listen to us most of the time, right? We're going to have you're going to be able to watch the corporate rallies or the videos and whatnot that they're showing. We'll have product there because corporate should be there as well, which we're super excited about. And this is just a way that we want to celebrate you guys, because, there's a lot of women here, and thank you for the men that are here. But a lot of you left your families at home tonight to come. And a lot of you will do that again at the, possibly for the Empower event. And so this one, we don't want you to leave them home. We want you to bring them with you so that we can show them our community, and that they can experience it and be a part of it too. So we're really excited about this. We're looking actually for people who want to host games and kind of sponsor those, however, with your team or with a group of people, or, just a group of friends or whatever. And we will help you with that too. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and so we want you to make sure you put it on your calendar. I think Julie released the Eventbrite site, so you can look for that on whatever your Facebook groups are, and it'll be also on the Transformation Headquarters page. So if you're not a member yet and you want to just keep checking this out, we have classes here every other Monday, every other Tuesday night. And if you go to YL Transformation Headquarters on Facebook, our events are posted. Okay, so thank you so much for coming. I hope you guys this was beneficial. And we'll see you next week.